Hey guys, Shrimore back here again. And before I get right into this video and get into explaining what I'm about to talk about, that object right there, trying to point in the right direction, that object right there is a yellow cat. She's a female yellow cat. I do not know her species, but I guess she's walking away now. She was just lounging right there, but she's walking away now. She honestly just likes coming into our yard and just lounging and laying down. She likes relaxing, but I think I don't know what she's doing now. She's maybe about to leave, but she comes through the fence and she likes lounging. But this is not what I'm going to talk about for the whole video. She's going right there, but this is not what I'm going to talk about for the whole video. I'm going to talk about peer pressure, and peer pressure is a social thing, and a social thing is related to society. But however, when it comes to much more of social gatherings or social activities, it's usually relating to talking, presenting yourself, getting out there, being outgoing, talking to people, and really being able to explore and spread in a social way, or in a talkative way, or just in a way of just like putting yourself out there, no matter what way that may be. But there's this thing called peer pressure, and I'm pretty sure you have heard of this. I'm pretty sure most of you all have heard of peer pressure. You guys know that peer pressure can be positive and negative, and that is a nuance or a small detail or a minute detail that many people do not tell you about. Peer pressure can be positive, but peer pressure can be negative. And mostly when it comes to the word peer pressure, or the term peer pressure, or the phrase peer pressure, it has a negative connotation. In other words, it has a negative vibe or a negative mood attached to the word. And that's a connotation, is just kind of like a feeling or description, or merely a mood. But what happens is that peer pressure is usually known to be relating to things like drinking, smoking, smoking marijuana or weed, doing drugs, whether that's shooting up, whether that's, snorting cocaine, all that type of stuff. There's so many different types of peer pressure. But however, there's positive peer pressure, which can be encouragement, which like, hey man, you got this, you can accomplish this, you can do this work, you can accomplish this class, you can beat this class, you can beat this game level, that type of stuff. But then also, encouragement can be in negative peer pressure, which is saying like, hey dude, just smoke this pot, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be the best thing ever. But I want to talk to you all about rejecting negative peer pressure. And why is that? Because I've heard of people, I've heard of friends, I've heard of people in school that have done something that's obviously negative, and it's because the influence of somebody else or a bigger group of people. And I'm telling you, I've known athletes that have started smoking weed, that have smoked weed once, drink alcohol, do drugs, they do all type of crazy stuff, and it's honestly terrible. It's bad for your health. I might have to make a video about your health, because I've made a video about working out, but not directly about health. But at the same time, I want to talk about negative peer pressure and rejecting it, because when you are faced with certain temptations, whether that may be in a sexual way, whether that may be in a drug way, whether that may be in a drinking way, is the best thing to do is to reject it. I'm telling you, just say no. Sometimes saying no is honestly the most simple thing, and sometimes you can go on a full explanation and be like, well, I'm not going to do this because this happens and that happens. But the easiest and the most simplest and the most fastest, which is not even an actual proper term, the fastest, not the most fastest, but the fastest way to reject peer pressure is just saying no and walking away. For example, hey dude, hey, I got these girls in the back of my car, I got some alcohol, I got some weed, bro, you want to hang out, man? You want to hang out? No, sorry. But really, there's nothing to even be sorry about. And that's what you have to realize too. When it comes to rejecting peer pressure, but in other words, rejecting negative peer pressure in this case, there's nothing to be sorry about. If you want to reject that negative peer pressure, if you're like, hey dude, I really don't want to mess with you in this way, I'm gonna leave. That is great. Because like I said, look, the worst thing you can do is accept some negative peer pressure and say, yeah bro, I'm gonna hang out with you, I'm gonna drink this alcohol, I'm gonna smoke this weed, and you're just getting completely messed up, and you're messing your life up, and you are just ruining your life slowly. And that's what I'm saying. Saying no and walking away is some of the best thing, is the best thing or the best actions that you can ever do when it comes to actually rejecting negative peer pressure. I've been there before. I've been offered drugs. I've been offered different things. And I'll just be like, I'll just say, no, I'm good. And that's just how it is. You have to face that reality, because As you get older, it gets worse. I'm not even lying about that. I know from personal experience, as you get older, it gets worse. Peer pressure gets worse, gets broader. But I want to also talk about, I want to talk about the outcome. Now, the outcome of rejecting negative peer pressure can be maybe losing a friend, losing your girlfriend, losing your boyfriend. Hey, it happens. If your girlfriend is like, hey, baby, I want to hang out, in my room. I got some alcohol. I got some, I got this. We can do something sexual. Bruh, the best thing to do, say no. Say no. And I know some people may be like, dude, well, you just blew it. Like, the outcome is so messed up. You're going to lose your girlfriend. Look, that was the best thing to do. And the reason why is because the closest people and the people that you may feel that care about you most may not in reality. Because if that girlfriend really cared about her boyfriend, she would have said, she wouldn't even bring that up. She wouldn't even bring something up like that. That's what I'm saying. The outcome may be losing that friend or losing that girlfriend, boyfriend, losing that connection. And the outcome, either way, is going to be positive because you're helping yourself out. Even though you might be losing a friendship or losing something else. I'm telling you, saying no and the outcome, the main things you can remember, because like I said, the outcome could be positive to you, could be negative, but overall, it's always going to be positive. It's always going to be positive because it's the best decision for you, your health, your mental health, all different types of things. But yeah, Trentmore back here again. I just want to be honest with you all about peer pressure and rejecting it. So if you ever faced with